Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Denmark Aranat, a postgraduate medical intern. I basically provide informative videos to medical students and also would like to give aspiring Filipino physicians an idea of what a med student usually tackle in med school. If you find these videos helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell to be updated for my new videos. For today, I'll be discussing the CPC of polycystic ovarian syndrome or PCOS. And this is a health problem that affects 1 in 10 women of childbearing age. So PCOS is a very common syndrome in women. And women with PCOS have a hormonal imbalance and metabolism problems that may affect their overall health and appearance. PCOS is also a common and treatable cause of infertility. And being able to identify this would lead us to earlier management of patients having such syndrome. So this now is the overview of our CPC. We'll be discussing this by section. So let's start. The diseases associated with PCOS include the following. It could be a primary dysfunction of the organ systems, either from the hypothalamus, pituitary, or even the ovaries itself. And then congenital adrenal hyperplasia and androgen secreting tumors, and also hyperprolactinemia. All of these diseases have a self-perpetuating non-cyclic hormonal pattern, and that now would affect the production of hormones. Starting from the hypothalamus, there would be a change in pulsatile GnRH secretion that would act on the pituitary to, to increase the luteinizing hormone over the FSH. And the ratio is 2:1. That imbalance would now affect the ovaries, causing the increase in androgen production. And this androgen would act on the adipose tissue to be converted more to increased estrone. That now should cause a negative feedback to the HPO axis. However, as we said a while ago, there is a self-perpetuating non-cyclic hormonal pattern. So that now would produce an abnormal feedback and no longer the negative feedback. So the increase in androgen is not just from the ovary. The adrenals also play a part in increasing the androgen levels. And that increase in androgen has multiple effects. First, in the ovary, that now would create microcysts in the uh, ovaries, causing now the polycystic ovaries. As for the skin, the increased androgen would result to hirsutism, acne, and acanthosis nigricans. And the ovaries again would be affected, and the follicles would be atretic, and that now would lead to anovulation, amenorrhea, and finally infertility. The insulin resistance would act on the adipose, the skin, and the follicles of the ovary. That now would lead to an abnormal lipid profile and would promote or aggravate further the manifestations of the skin and further aggravate the atresia of the follicles. Now that the estrone is high, the uterus would also be affected, and that now would lead to endometrial hyperplasia. All of this now would result to the syndrome, the polycystic ovarian syndrome. For further discussion and specific details with regards to PCOS, you could read the Comprehensive Gynecology by Lobo et al. I would like to end this presentation with this message: loving myself just the way I am. Thank you for listening and have a good day.